Oh, well done. Yeah, see, look, this is another piece. Look at the difference. It's very different, but it's same in the sense that it's resin.
Yeah.
It's made from a resin, and then what they do is they put metal and different crystals. You can have one that's more specific to you if you know what crystals or what stones you want to particularly work with. Then you can have that put in it just to raise the vibration again. But there's another piece. So look at the difference. But it's all orgonite. It's all resin, and it vibrates on a serious frequency. I found out about it because I was researching on Google, and I saw orgonite bombs. You know, get your free orgonite bomb. Now it's only free. I'm like, oh, really? What's this? So I started looking at the freeness, and there's this radical group in Australia who produce orgonite, and what it does, it balances electromagnetic energy. So what they do, they will send you free orgonite to go and shoot into areas. You know, you've got a lot of areas on the planet that are military bases, that are, you've got them electrical tower pylons and things like this.
Yeah.
They shoot them into the ground, they bury them in the earth to help balance. Well, does it? Yes. So please research it. It's a phenomenal orgonite. O-R-G-A-N-I-T.
That's why it's the one who got mobile phones.
Mobile phones, laptops. If you're a person like me that absorbs, I'm an absorber, so you know, orgonite is really important for me to wear. And it just helps to offset the negative vibe, helps the clarity to come through. It's great for study. You know, especially the phones and all of this kind of things that you're around, the Wi-Fi in the house. Just have a little piece put on and forget about it, let it do its work. So yeah, I really wanted to just mention that because it's really useful. And the incense, the smells that we burn. Does anybody, before I move on, does anybody got any more stories about orgonite or questions about orgonite? Have you got anything you want to share about it? Because you both use it as well.
Yeah, it's just that when I'm wearing it, I get the vibration more.
What is it like?
Well, it's energy really. My energy never falls. I'm always energetic. I get 4 hours sleep, and I'm always waking up sometimes 3 o'clock, sometimes 4 o'clock. And really, my energy is just great. That's how I see it. I meditate with it as well. And when I meditate, everything is clear. I will have to sleep and I have dreams. Dreams are very clear. So it's been, for me, it works. Clarity.
You can get them all over the place. Now, you can have a look online, it's all over the web. If you go to any sort of cultural event or show, I know there are some people now within our community that are making some beautiful pieces of all. I mean, this piece, I think that it was gifted to me. But yeah, it's all around, and lots of different cultures know about it. As well as I said, the first I heard was this radical group in Australia. And then when I started to go to our events, I recognised what it was, and I, started getting into dialogue about it. I actually gave a piece away just yesterday because a woman came to me and she clearly needed it, so I just gave another piece to her. Enhances creativity because it gets the stuff out of the way so that you can see clearer. That's fantastic.
Before that, I used to use crystals because my mother used to put it around our necks.
What type of crystal?
I have it, I'll show you. I'm not sure what it is, but...
And how do you use yours? How do you find yours?
Well, I'm carrying mine in my bag. It was kind of sent as a free gift with something I ordered. I can't remember where.
Yeah, people are giving it away, That's what I love about it. Carnelian. Carnelian's fantastic. Keep a piece of this in your purse because apparently when you have it, money will always be with you. It's a wealth, it's an abundance.
I'm getting a boulder.
It's
a mountain.
Carnelian. Very African as well, because Africans you get beads of carnelian, like huge you know, carnelian's lovely. It's a friendly stone as well.
You pick these things, do you pick up energy off the stones or the crystals?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I go into mysteries and places like that. I come out of a banging headache because it's just all of that from, you know, so many different crystals. But yeah, I do. I work with specific ones as well. You know, there's certain crystals that have purpose. I might not even be able to tell you what it means, but I know how to use it. But even this is resin. This is from trees, and it's a mixture of, let's say 7 different resins. It's frankincense and myrrh and amber and all different kinds of resins in there, which is also good for us to burn. And just to have around, you know, just have it around and kind of, you know, work with the energy of these things.
Isn't frankincense? Yeah. Frankincense supposed to be quite clearing energy.
That's right. Frankincense is good for clearing. Sage as well. I do sage, sort of sage ones. That's
frankincense with the pain as well.
Yes. I think frankincense is good. What is it? I don't want to.
The reason I know that is because someone said this.
Right. Okay. Have a look at it online because I don't want to say anything. I know that frankincense has a little bit of an antiseptic kind of property to it. I think it works a little bit like lavender, I believe. Yeah, it's not as antiseptic as lavender, but it has got that kind of cleansing vibration about it.
When I came in, I wasn't feeling that happy. Somebody's on my nerves about that. Can I do something?
Again?
Yeah.
Again? Oh, I think the universe is signalling something. Oh, this is another one that I use for cleansing as well. Let's pass that around. So do you? Okay, I picked this up somewhere, I don't know. I just resonated with it really well, so I just, and that's an. But like Nag Champa, I do find it's very good for cleansing. No? Right, okay. Yeah. That's sage ones. So maybe jasmine for you then?
You still these?
I do actually. But yeah, maybe jasmine, honeysuckles, rose.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah. So stick to those kind of, and lavender.
Yeah.
Lavender needs to be something right.
You know, it's not make me sick.
No, I hear you. That's why. But again, it's because you're only drawn to specific ones. So it's probably good. Right. So if I spray this, how did you find that? Right. Let me just spray that just a little bit.
Your herbs.
Tell me what you think of this.
I've got a glass of coffee. It's got white willow, which is the pain.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I don't like that one.
Oh no, you don't like that? Is it too? It's still too. You said oh yeah first, though, kind of like the width.
From the hip, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It goes all the way down too quickly.
Right. Yeah. 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 So yes, and I think that's so key. I mean, there's so much out there, and really, it'll be that one thing that you resonate with. That's what's for you, and everything else will repulse you. You know, and if it doesn't repulse you, because I'm kind of the sort of person I can, you know, I like most things, but it's not good. It's still not good for me, and I could actually be attracted to something that I shouldn't be. You know, so it's just really doing your research and finding out what is good for you. Where is it that you need to be putting your energy? You know, it's great when your body tells you very clearly, yes, no. All right, okay, we've got some more herbs here.
This is the kale chips. Awesome.
What's that?
Kale chips. For salad that.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, it's really good when the body tells you clearly. And if the body doesn't tell you clearly, then you have to kind of keep just doing your research and finding out, you know, what's your personality type, you know, do your astrological charts, or, you know, do your personality charts, your birth charts, research your numbers and your names, and you know, do the research on yourself to see what kind of energy you are. The Orientals will tell you what elements that are good for you to work with.
Yes.
Do you work with elements as well?
Yes, absolutely. Well, I don't work with them, my mother does. But
Uh-huh.
I'm not to do about that.
Right.
It's important that we study this stuff with this
Right. And which part? Talk a bit about your origin, your upbringing in terms of what your mother.
Well, my mother,
exposed
she
to.
is a healer. Because when she was young,
Yeah.
she used to bring up herbs. That her grandma, she was raised up in the first 6 years of her life. She was raised up her grandmother, which is the traditional thing as the first one was your grandmother.
Uh-huh.
And so her grandmother is a healer.
Uh-huh.
She knows about stuff, but she knows about herbs, about these healing herbs, and it's in abundance everywhere.
Right.
Then,
Yes.
because now it's like buildings that have taken over this area. That we used to have a lot of bushes then. She would bring, things, someone coming to her and giving her some healing plants.
Mm-hmm.
And she would immediately narrate the story what she found in her dream
You see.
to her grandmother.
Dreamers again.
Yes, she's always
It's the dreamers again.
So her grandmother would go into the bushes and pick these herbs. She would bring it to to my mother. She would boil them sometimes. Sometimes she would just blend them and apply it to my mother and her body.
Can I ask a question in connection to what you're saying? So this is a story that I'm hearing. So how are these stories transcribed to reality to now, the present?
What do you mean? Well, she's telling a story about her upbringing.
Yes,
Mhm.
but that's knowledge which only you have. So maybe what I'm trying to ask is, where do I gain that knowledge?
Yes. In terms of herbs.
In terms of herbs, in terms of how things work.
Well, you see that it's the specifics of what you're saying, because the story was about how her mother passed on the knowledge of herbs to her.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's just
That's
for you.
her story.
So
what are the gifts that your mother
No,
passed
that's
to
not
you?
what I'm asking.
Oh right.
No,
Oh okay.
What I'm asking is, where do I gain? Not just I for myself, but where do we gain that knowledge?
So do you want to know about herbs
Yeah.
and herbal healing?
Yeah.
So why don't you study herbs and do a herbal course? There's herbs courses that you can do that will teach you about
But then those
herbalism.
herbs are going to be quite generic. Of course, the stories that you're telling are from a place and a time period. So where
Yeah, but we
do
can
those
only
elements
operate
transfer
from
over?
where we are. Now, if you wanted to learn about herbs from Africa or the Caribbean, you'd have to then study that, and you can still study that. You know,
Speak to
where we
people
have
who
So
know.
much information now that we not really, you can't suppress it and say we don't have. There's so much information when you look for it. I mean, the technology is there. You can go to YouTube. You can ask questions. Go to people who know it.
That intuition
Yeah.
to know what's good and what's not.
But
But
you
that
can,
comes about through use.
yeah, and also you
Yes,
you can
but
have
once
that.
you've used
Yeah,
it,
you can have it. It will come to you.
that's right. It's
The
not
circumstances
anything.
will open that will allow you to. It may be meeting people like Amishale, or something will happen that you will it will bring it into your being. Really.
I did a herbal course in Tottenham. West Midlands. It was a white woman. So it's European herbs though. But back, well, they used to use it back for their medicine. They use that for medicine. They teach you like white willow comes from. Raspberry comes from white willow, the bark of the tree. There's a shopping malls you can go to and buy all the natural herbs. Basically to African herbs. I think you might be surprised that a black guy or an African guy, like a guy called King Lion. He's a pure
Yes, yes. Cancer bush.
Yeah, cancer bush. These are African herbs and European herbs.
Right, so in Brixton, in Dalston, probably in Tottenham too, you will find people doing market stalls selling different bushes, different herbs. Once you start asking the question, then that knowledge will come to you. But first there has to be an interest. And I would say study the herbs that are growing in your backyard, first, because that's your experience.
Yeah, every environment has its medicines and herbs. Everywhere,
Right,
whether
yeah.
it's in the ice, in the desert,
Yeah.
Europe, Africa, everywhere. The herbs here are just as good as what you can find in Africa, because the herbs here are for this environment.
Yeah.
This is the environment we're living in. So we can always go back and forth to Caribbean and I can get herbs there, but living in this environment, dealing with these chemicals and these people. So the herbs here are just as good.
Yeah. This is lemongrass. This will come from Jamaica. This is lemongrass or fever grass. This is rosemary, pimento. I've got busy. I've got all those things here. And I use them at specific time, but I still drink my English milk tea and my rose hip and, you know, work with the raspberry leaf and I still nettle.
Yeah.
My mum swears by nettle. She would go out every year in her rubber gloves and go and pick nettles, you know, because it's,
I mean, in this country they call it foraging.
Yeah.
there you
Yeah,
go.
go to the woods. No, they call it
Yeah.
foraging.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's going to the woods and just pick up herbs.
Yeah,
and
but you need to know the herbs.
You
Oh,
need to
just-
know.
there's a
You need the
woman-
knowledge, but the herbs are here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every variety you
Yeah,
do
and
need
that's
to know.
what, yeah, when we go to pick it, like in Africa where I come from, we have to acknowledge the tree and ask for her, and also we put incense, we celebrate it, we're coming, you're giving us something.
But we're
and we
giving you
have-
something back.
Yes,
We're saying
yeah,
thank
so
you.
we give you something
Mhm.
back.
And that's
how
what I
we
use
always-
this for.
Yes, we address it before we pick it up.
Or my incense, drop a little
Yeah.
incense,
Yeah.
drop a little ash,
So that's
drop
your
a
gift to
little.
the, that's
Yeah.
your gift to
And-
the
And also you are
plant.
grateful
Mhm.
that you are able to, you know.
To be able to, yeah.
And if you don't have anything, speak.
Mhm.
Your words sound, just,
Yeah.
you know, have that communication.
Just don't drop any
and
beer cans.
and plastic
I was watching another documentary on DVD that I bought, and these were Russian scientists. They were examining the relationship between human beings and the plants. The damage a plant, use of a particular light. You look at the kind of a particular light, it looks healthy. If you damage it, the light that comes off of it, not as healthy, not as good. But this is through talking to the plants and studying the plants. And if you look at under, it's not UV, it's a different type of light you look underneath. You look at it, and it shows up how energy gives off. So it makes sense to talk to plants.
I'm watching the time
Yeah.
now, and I really want us to do an affirmation. So I'd like us to pair up with people you don't know, and I would like you to interview each other. And in fact, what I will do is ask you to write an affirmation for the other person. You don't write your own affirmation. You speak to the person and you find out, you tell your story. I'll give you a couple of minutes each to tell your story, and then the other person, so you write an affirmation for the other person.
Can you clarify what affirmation is?
Affirmation is when you want to affirm something. So whether it's that you're calling in or you're releasing, it's about a sentence of power, a word sound of power. So an affirmation could be, I live in.
I want to get that job.
I will get that job.
I'll do well in my exam. Something
I
you
am
want to aim
fully
for.
qualified. I am fully qualified and able to take the position of this job. So I would actually say more than I will get the job. I will say I am fully qualified and able to take that job, or that job is mine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That job is mine. You know,
Positive thinking.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I call it affirm, and I say affirm because the firmness, I like affirm. I don't see affirmation as, oh, you know, please, yeah. No, be affirming. It's really making your thought a solid thought so that it can manifest. Yeah? And then, of course, the magical thing about affirmation is that you make your affirmation and then you release it. Because you have to say, not my will, the greater will be done. Yeah? So you have to make the firm affirmation of positive thought, and then you release it. If it's to be mine, it will be mine. And you let it go. And then that is the magic, because if you try and hold on too strong, sometimes that alone will prevent it from happening. So there's a magic to it. So how are you going to pair up?
How about youngsters with elders?
Hey! That sounds good. Youngsters with elders. Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to give you might need a little bit more paper because I've just bought these post-it notes. Who are you going to go with, young man? Choose one of these. Please, there you go. You two, and who we're going to go. Sorry? I know.
I'll take, what's your
Let me
name?
take the not fussy one.
I'm Noel.
There you go. There you go. I'll go with you
Should
too
we go
as
over
well.
there?
So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So there's the guidance. No, we're going to come here. Yeah, we'll go together. Make sure the littlest one. So we'll give you. That's called.
Right, right, right.